Hello there. Welcome to the basement. We are finally now getting an update on the Jonathon Majors situation because today he had his next scheduled court appearance, and Variety magazine has graciously given us an article about it, which we will now go over. So, in this article, titled Jonathon Majors appears via Zoom for assault case hearing, next court date set for June. Jonathon Majors appeared in a lower Manhattan court on Tuesday morning via Zoom regarding the status of his ongoing assault case. In the brief conference, which was automatically set 6 weeks ago after his initial court appearance, Judge Rachel S. Pauley discussed a motion filed by Majors' defense team that the prosecution has until May 23rd to respond. The defense will have until May 31st to respond back. Majors needs to appear in court on June 13th when a decision will be made regarding that motion. If he fails to show up in person, a warrant can be issued for his arrest within 48 hours, the judge added. I obviously don't want that to happen, so just stay in touch with your attorney, the judge told Majors. Majors was arrested on March 25th in Manhattan on domestic violence allegations after a dispute with a 30-year-old woman, according to authorities. The unnamed victim told officers that she was assaulted and was taken to the hospital with, quote, minor injuries to her head and neck. Days later, Majors was charged with several counts of assault in the third degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the third degree, 1 count of aggravated harassment in the second degree, and 1 count harassment in the second degree. The alleged victim on April 27th was granted a temporary order of protection, which means the two parties must not have any direct or third-party contact. It remains in effect until the next court date. On Tuesday, the judge reiterated, you can have no contact whatsoever. The legal team for Majors has denied any wrongdoing and has released text messages and videos that are intended to prove the embattled actor's innocence. In one text exchange, which has not been independently verified, the woman wrote to Majors, I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone, and stressed that she told police this was not an attack. His criminal defense lawyer Priya Chowdhury issued a statement after Tuesday's court appearance, calling the case, quote, a witch hunt, and claiming the proceeding is saturated with explicit and implicit bias. She also alleges the treatment of Majors, whom she describes as a black man weighing 200 pounds, highlights the, quote, racial bias that permeates the criminal justice system. We have provided the district attorney with irrefutable evidence that the woman is lying, including video proof showing nothing happened, especially not where she claims, she wrote. We did this with the explicit promise from the DA that they would not fix their case and change it as we proved the woman is lying. Chaudhry also alleges the woman hasn't been consistent with her account of the incident. Now we have obtained even more video evidence of his innocence, but we are hesitant to share it for fear the DA will tip the woman off to change her story again, she added. At the time of his arrest, Chaudhry insisted the actor, quote, is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows and suggested the victim was having an emotional crisis. A representative for Majors also denied the allegations after he was released from custody on March 25th, and his publicist told Variety, we look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. The following month, on April 17th, Majors was dropped by his PR team at the lead company, as well as his management, Entertainment 360. WME still represents Majors. As his court date neared, additional alleged victims of Majors came forward and cooperated with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Prior to the alleged incident, the 33-year-old Majors had been a rising star in Hollywood, recently headlining Creed 3, Devotion, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. An Emmy nominee for HBO's Lovecraft Country, he also received acclaim for Magazine Dreams, which sold the Searchlight after premiering at Sundance Film Festival. As part of the fallout, he's been dropped from projects including the feature film The Man in My Basement, as well as advertising campaigns with the U.S. Army and the Major League Baseball team, the Texas Rangers. So, what does this all mean for Jonathon Majors' future in general, and especially his MCU future, as they have, at least to this point, currently made his character Kang the entire basis for the next 2 phases? So, what we had today, his last court appearance was the arraignment. So today we had a pre-trial motion hearing. The defense made whatever motion they made, and like the article said, the prosecution has until the 23rd, which is 2 weeks from today, to reply. or rebut or whatever it is they're going to do, and then the defense has another week after that to reply to the prosecution's reply. And then once all that happens, there will be a court appearance on June 13th for Mr. Majors, at which this one, as the judge said, he has to be physically present for, or within 48 hours he could have an arrest warrant issued for him. So, as it stands right now, basically his case is still in limbo. For whatever reason, and I'm not saying there's enough reason to or enough reason not to, because I don't know. But currently, for whatever reason, despite all the evidence, or at least the evidence, or alleged evidence that the defense team has provided so far, is evidently not enough for the judge to just flat out dismiss the case. So, onward to more court action, and drawn out court action we get, as Mr. Majors, again, will not be in court until the 13th of next month. Now, what does this mean for his MCU future? I'm firmly convinced he already got one. Now, I don't think they're going to announce it until, definitely not until after what happens at this June 13th court date. It is possible, now appearing unlikely, but it is still possible that at that court date, the judge could accept a motion of dismissal from the defense team, and this will all be done. However, just because of all the brouhaha that has occurred since the incident, I don't think he's going to be king for long, regardless of whether this gets flat out dismissed or not. Just because there will be a metaphorical stink around him from now on. Now, the word is that they are not going to be doing anything as it pertains to Loki Season 2 that he is in a lot. They're going to leave everything as is. They're going to leave him as king for that series. So that much at least we know we'll be getting with Mr. Majors. Going forward, we are not sure. But like I said, I think it's a pretty safe bet that he's gone. Now again, I don't think they'll announce it until after this next court date, or possibly San Diego Comic-Con, except I can't think of San Diego Comic-Con's date right off the top of my head. I just know it's June or July. So basically what it boils down to is this summer, I do believe, again, barring a miracle dismissal on 13th, and even then, I still think he might be gone. But by midsummer, we will find out for sure whether Mr. Majors is gone, and if so, who his replacement will be. Because unfortunately, I don't think they will do what they should do, which is just pivot to Doom. Since in the comics, Doom is the one that basically handled Secret Wars. God Emperor Doom. He's the one that created a battle world out of the remaining chunks of the multiverse. So they need to pivot to Doom. That's what they should do. They probably won't because, Disney will Disney. But all that being said, that is the latest update and my own personal speculation on the Jonathon Majors situation. Please go ahead and smash a like on this video and let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. And while you're at it, why the hell not just subscribe? And if you do, please go ahead and hit that bell button so you get notifications anytime I drop any sort of new content whatsoever. Again, I hope you liked the video. And like I always say, there's always good times to be had when you're chilling in the basement.